everybody, and welcome to week number 5 of the DGSRacing.com Modified Tour. This week we're at 5 Flags Speedway, one of my personal favorites. Super excited for tonight. Qualifying underway as usual. We have it's like 9 cars getting ready to qualify out here right now. Blake Giglio here in the session tonight. He has won the first 4 races this season. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get 5 in a row, and then it'll put him at a third of the season 1 if he can get that done. Should be very impressive. Let's get to qualifying, see what kind of time these guys are putting down. Wesley Parker on the pole right now. He put down a 15.673. Blake Giglio is heading out on track, along with Mike Christopher making his laps. See Blake really warming up that right front. Talked about it last week. You'll see those guys lock up the right front before they head out to qualifying to try to get that right front warmed up and give them a lot of rotation speed. Finishing that first lap. We'll see. He's at second place right now, second lap. Not able to get better than Wesley Parker. Blake will qualify second with a 15.71. Scott Elston looks like he can make some laps right now. See all the people that have qualified on screen right there. Tower would work for me. There it is. Those 7 cars will put a lap in. Scott Elston sitting in 5th right now. Derek Watkins in 7th. They're both running laps. Daniel Llewellyn and Quinn Newton still have yet to put a lap time in. Blake's heading to the bathroom. Don't know what he's doing there in the infield. So it looks like we'll have some people putting a lap time in. I don't think there's enough time for anybody to come back out on track. So we're going to wrap up qualifying and get this 100 lap feature underway. There's our grid on screen. Wesley Parker getting that pole position in his first start. 15.673, 300ths faster than second place. Blake Giglio going to be starting on his outside. Mike Christopher going to start 3rd. Caleb Brees is going to start 4th. Scott Elston in 5th. Jeremy Scherer in 6th, Derek Watkins in 7th, and Quinn Newton and Daniel Llewellyn in 8th and 9th respectively, not taking a lap time. They're going to start at the back. And that'll be it for our 9-car field.
Okay.
Wait for everybody to get gridded up tonight. And I do want to talk about the track we're at tonight, Five Flag Speedway. Like I said, when we got started here, the broadcast, one of my favorites. It's always a good time. I don't have too many laps in it, in the modifieds. I've driven in a few other cars. But modifieds, the tours especially, should be a really good race here tonight at Five Flags. Five Flags is one of those tracks, just get as low as possible. You can kind of clip that apron in 3 and 4 to give you a little bit of speed. And it'll be interesting to see how these guys handle this track. But I do have some word from the guys in practice. It sounds like they're not good on fuel if this goes green to the end. So if it goes green, which it most likely will with 9 cars out here, we'll probably see some green flag pit stops. Now that's going to really throw a wrench in things, considering you don't normally see green flag pit stops at all in any sort of modified or short track racing. So
why not?
This track definitely not made for getting the pit road quickly, but
good job.
We'll just have to see how the race shakes out.
Blake pole of the year.
And yeah, as Caleb Brees points out on the radio, it is first time this season Blake has not gotten the pole. Wesley Parker steals it from him, just barely. But we're getting ready to go green here. In this 100-lap race, Five Flag Speedway. There the green flag is out. Wesley Parker takes the green, leads him into turn 1. Blake Giglio to his outside out of 2. They're even down the backstretch. Side by side in the 3 and 4. Blake Giglio getting a bit of a run through the corner, and he uses that outside to his advantage. He takes the lead, leads the first lap. Wesley Parker going to file in right behind that M9 Performance 16 machine. And they are single filing out throughout the field. Caleb Brees sitting in 3rd. Beautiful 49 car. Mike Christopher in 4th. Looks like may have been side by side for 5th, but that evens out. He's going to dive to the inside of Mike Christopher for 4th place. Not able to get it done, gets a little loose off the corner. Back up to the lead. There's top 3. Can put him under a blanket. Wesley Parker just behind Blake. Just behind Wesley is going to be Caleb Brees. Right on board with Caleb here, see what he's seeing. They are still, oh, looks like Wes Parker going to try to make the move to the bottom. Didn't have it yet. Oh, we have a car upside down in the backstretch. Mike Christopher upside down.
Here we are.
I think we need to make
He looks dazed. Well, take a quick look at how that happened. So you can see that 70 machine riding the wall in turn 1, and I think it's just not turning for him. Pretty broken, and he's just gonna flip it on that backstretch. And we go back live. Blake Giglio still out front, lap 10 of 100. And Mike is, I think he's just gonna sit there the whole race. Safety crew's not coming out to help him. We'll just have to get used to seeing that 70 machine sitting on the backstretch. Oh, I think he might have towed it just there, but that is pretty funny. Just hope he's okay. So, off the rear of the 16 machine. See that 22 trying everything to get by him. 16 off the corner that time. Looks like Daniel Llewellyn up to the rear bumper of the 15. You're going to try to make a move on him. So not much going on right now, but as I stated when they were doing their pace laps before the race started, they're gonna have to stop for fuel, and that's gonna make things really interesting. That's last I heard. That's not for sure. We could maybe get a driver in here and ask him later on in the race, but I don't want to mess with them too much right now. They're all pretty close. Back at the 23 and the 15 after trying to make that move once again. So top 5 right now: Blake Giglio in first, Wesley Parker just behind, Caleb Reese, Quinn Newton, and Derek Watkins sitting in 5th. Mike Christopher looks like he's back out on track after that flip. That crew got that car fixed up and flipped back over. Just behind that, Daniel Llewellyn make that pass for 6th place.
Like it's rude, but
And he'll get it done. Derby Sherry falls back to 7th, and Scott Elston in 8th. He'll also make the move on the 15. That pass as well. Scott Elston moves up to 7th. Jeremy Scherer will fall back to 8th. And up front, Blake Giglio with about a 2nd lead, just over that. Caleb Reese still just behind that 22 machine. I think the 22 might be falling off just a little bit. Now, everybody always says tires don't matter in these cars, but we've seen time and time again this season, Blake is just able to save on that long run. Looking at their lap times, the last few laps, looks like Parker was about a 10th faster that last time by than Blake Giglio. But as they cross the line again, that's going to flip, and Blake was about a 10th faster that time. Right on board with Blake for a few laps. See what he might be doing. They have all the speed. And lift on the backstretch right there. With the 22. Caution is out. It's like Quinn Newton involved. Maybe a self spin. So I think we're going to see guys come down for tires and fuel this time. That would be my guess. That'll probably make them allow them to be able to make the end of the race on fuel, and will take away that green flag pit stop element, which I'm sure they're thankful for. See these guys come down pit road right now. Looks like everybody gonna be pitting. So, really close pit stops here. You see that 16 kind of inside the back of the 22. But it's going to be interesting. The 22 is going to have a great opportunity to beat him off pit road, and he does. So yeah, 22 wins the race off pit road. Caleb Reese comes out second, and Derek Watkins. I think Blake Giglio is actually taking 4 tires. Yes. So that's going to be how Blake loses track position, but that's going to give him a ton more speed over these guys when they go back green. So Wesley Parker going to be the leader. It's like Jeremy Shearer and Daniel Llewellyn going to take that wave around. Let's take a look at what happened with Quinn Newton. See, he's got the 70 just behind him. And off turn 2. 70 looks like maybe looking low. Oh, man. 70 must have got a big run in the corner, those newer tires. And just didn't check up for the 88, so that sent the 88 around. Damage that gave him. Looks like his car was alright. I don't know if he took a quick repair or not, but so Quinn looks like he took 4 tires. Like Scott Elston took 4 tires along with Blake Giglio. Jeremy Shearer as well. Daniel Llewellyn. So it looks like just the top 3 going to be on two tires, just right sides, pretty sure. Ready to go back green right here. There's a green flag back out. Wesley Parker leaning into the green once again. See how long he can hold on with those newer tires, making his way through the field. Blake Giglio already up to 3rd place, making that outside work. Caleb Reese trying to hold him off right now, but Blake gets to the inside down the front stretch. Blake now up to 2nd. Looks like Quinn Newton on those 4 tires. He's going to make his way up to 4th. I think tires are a huge deal at this track, it seems like. But I say that, and Wesley Parker seems like he might be driving away at the moment. Approaching halfway in this race, 52 to go next time they hit the stripe. Right up to the rear bumper of third place Caleb Reese. He'll make that move on the bottom. He clears for third. Leaders are pretty far out in front of him. Blake running down the leader, 22 machine. Blake and Quinn were both the fastest on track that last time. Looks like all of the top three were even on lap times that time. This is where the trouble comes in for Blake. He got to his rear bumper, but it's so hard to pass in the modifieds. He's going to have to work up a run, even if his tires are newer. Right on the rear bumper of the 22. Parker's doing everything he can to keep that 16 behind him, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it for 44 more laps. Big checkup from the 22 in the center of the corner. That's going to slow down the 16 and kill his run. You can see Blake running that high arc into the corner. He's trying to get a run off of it. There he dives to the bottom. They're side by side down the backstretch. Blake trying his best to get around that 22. 22 is really tight off the corner. They're still even. Blake will lead that lap. Blake with a really good run through the center. He's going to clear off turn 2. And the 16 machine clears up back to the lead. Wesley is not making it easy for him. Quinn Newton still sitting in third place. Got a 2-second lead on the guys behind him, but he's about a second and a half behind the leaders. At the battle for fourth place, Caleb Reese sitting in fourth. He's got Scott Elston with those 4 tires trying to get around him for fourth. Side by side. See if Elson can make that pass. He cannot. He's going to have to work up another run. And Scott Elston down to the inside of that 49. Down the front stretch, Hill clear for 4th. I'll move Caleb Reese back to 5th. Daniel Wellen just behind them, trying to run him down and get that top 5. Looking at the leaders, I think Wesley Parker at a moment lost a lot of time right there. He's going to bring it down to pit road.
I don't think that's it.
Maybe with a meatball. Oh, wrecking in the back! That's what the 22 needed. That's going to be a caution. Interesting. All right, so second caution of the night. It looks like the 15 car involved. Didn't see who else was there with him. Take a look at that replay here. I do want to see if these guys come down pit road once again. There's Wesley Parker back out on track. Looks like Blake not pitting. Caleb Reese, Derek Watkins going to take it down pit road. Those guys took 2 last time, so they're probably going to take 4 this time.
Lucky dog high.
Hi, Lucky Dog.
Wesley Parker, he's able to stay on the lead lap. Would have had to go probably a lap or 2 down.
Watch out when we come down now.
Alright, so while these guys are pitting, take a look at that replay, see what caused the caution. Your 15 and the 23 battling on your screen. Looks like the 23 gets a run. Oh, the 15 caught the apron. I talked about it at the start of the show. You can use the apron in 3 and 4 to speed the car up in the center. And if you go too low, it really upsets the car. And you saw it right there. We'll go on board with 15. And we'll see the wheel movement, see what he was battling.
Like that call.
See, he gets really low on the track. Yeah, he caught a lot of that apron.
Try to get him, like,
Once you do that, you know, the apron is so aggressive here to transition. There's not much tire left contacting the track, so it just sends that car around, and it's gonna be our second caution of the night, and that makes it really interesting. Because he had some guys come down to take tires, I'm assuming because they had some left, some guys staying out. So these guys going double file again. Flag racing once again. Blake Uglio will lead us to the stripe this time. Quinn Newton just behind him. Those two on even tires. So, any speed difference there. It's going to be really how well they save their tires. Scott Elston in top 3 right now, sitting in 3rd. Caleb Reese was able to come down and take, I think, his other side for tires, so he's going to be moving pretty good right here. He moves up to 3rd, takes away that spot from the 85. Behind that, Wesley Parker, who we saw go down pit road for that meatball repair. He's back out here running in 5th right now, took some tires. Oh, he's really loose off the corner right there. You have to imagine it's because of, I think he probably took the lefts this time. It's definitely going to upset the car in some sort of way. Caleb Reese, fastest on track right now, sitting in third place, right behind the 2 leaders. But he's running about a lane off the bottom. I hope that doesn't shoot his tires up.
Caleb, are you on track? Yeah.
See that 49 running way up the track. 88's going to let him go. I think it's a general interest. Oh, the 49's loose in the middle. He caught the apron really bad. Oh, man.
I took the apron, my bad.
He was doing a great job running down Blake. I was going to say, he's the field's best chance of catching Blake right now, and I think everybody knew that. Oh, Quinn Newton's climbing the wall. He's really climbing the wall. Oh,
It's like
same
there's
thing that
like a
happened to the
groove
70
up
earlier.
there.
And I think that car is broken. He's crab walking really badly. He's probably going to have to take that thing to pit road. There it is. Unfortunate for the 88 of Quinn Newton. Oh, oh, we got another flip. All right. Back up to the lead, Blake Giglio. 2.5 lead. Caleb Reese in 2nd. Scott Elston in 3rd. Wesley Parker up to 4th. Derek Watkins 5th. Daniel Mullen in 6th. And 7 lead lap cars left. Jeremy Scherer in 7th. Mike Christopher still out on track. He's 10 laps down. 17 laps to go right now. 16 at the stripe. So it seems like whenever Blake it seems like he might get caught by somebody. Something miraculous happens, and he's able to get away to a huge lead again. On his way to 5 wins in a row. The DGSRacing.com Modified Tour. It's like side by side for 4th through 6th. I'm sorry. Looks like probably about 3rd through 6th. All bundled up right here. Wesley Parker moves his way up to 3rd. Scott Elson looks like he dropped back. He was sitting in 3rd place. May have had an issue. He's one of those guys who took 4 tires about 50 laps ago. Wesley Parker side by side with Scott Elston. Derek Watkins moves back up to 3rd. Oh, a little bit of contact. Like they make it through it. 23 will slide into 5th. Really tight battling going on here. It's like 85 leading this pack, 4th through 6th. Caution's out.
Man, tell me what you got.
It's like Wesley Parker and Mike Christopher. Looks like those two and Jeremy Scherer. All right, so we got a lot of cars involved in this one. Take a look at what happened right there. I think it started with the 22 of Wesley Parker.
Sorry about that, Glenn. I should have tried to reach across the press.
Enter turn 1. Gonna try to cross the 23 over and he, oh man, looks like him in the 15 just makes slick contact and the 70 gets caught up and he goes for another ride. We've seen him on his roof a lot tonight. But he lands on all 4s and gets it back going. That's Let's look on board with the 15 in that wreck. See what he saw. He dives it low in there. Gets a run through the center of the corner and just makes slight contact with that 22. The wrecking was on from there. So that'll leave 6 cars out on track. The 22, the 70, and the 88 all having to take it to pit road to the garage. That leaves the 16 out front. Now, the 49 of Caleb Reese, he does have fresher tires theoretically, but he did get some damage earlier from contact with the 88, so let's see what happens here. It's going to put him within shooting distance at the 16. Go green with 2 to go. One to green right now. 6 cars left on the lead lap. Blake trying to defend to get that 5th win this season. Green flag back out. Blake with a really good start. It's 41 and the 49 side by side for second place. The 41 gonna get the run off the corner. They're still side by side. That's exactly what Blake wants to see. Looks like the 41 will clear the 49 for second, but that's gonna put them both way back from the 16 machine, and I think Blake's just got to coast him from here. Across the line. Blake Giglio gets 5 in a row. Derek Watkins shortly behind him. Caleb Reese getting the top 3. Scott Elson in 4th, and Daniel Llewellyn rounding out that top 5. Jeremy Scherer going to finish in 6th, the last car on the track, unfortunately. A lot of these guys, about a third of the field wrecking out. Blake gonna park it on the front stretch. We'll get a word with our top 3. Grab Caleb Reese first, our 3rd place finisher. Hey Caleb, it's Lucas. Got me?
Hey, yeah.
Well, you had a great run tonight. At one point, I thought you were going to battle Blake for that lead, but it just didn't fall in your favor. He had some run-ins, I think, with the 88, and caught that apron. I think that's what really was the ending of that run. But you played the tire strategy right. You had a really good night, and like I said, you finished 3rd. That's a good podium finish. How was that race for you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I appreciate Quinn trying to let me get by there, but for some reason, me and teammates letting me by does not usually result in me not crashing. So, but yeah, it was Derek's call, D-Waddy, to take weight on the tires, and it was a good call because I was like, oh man, we just screwed ourselves, but worked out really well. I don't know if I could have caught Blake. When that last caution come out, I wasn't feeling too good about it. because I knew Derek had 4 fresh and I had 2. And he was actually a little faster than me. He just qualified poorly and was stuck in traffic all race. So I can't complain about 3 races, 3 third-place finishes, though.
Yeah, definitely not. You're probably sitting really good in the points at the moment, and I'm not sure where we're going next week, but
Martinsville.
Oh man, so yeah, that does not bode well for us trying to beat Blake. No, he really likes Martinsville in these cars, so I thought tonight was the night.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too, but when I was not seeing that 1.5 second deficit move at all, I was a little disappointed. Little tidbit that none of your fans care about, but my only league racing pole is at Martinsville in a modified, so we'll see if we can back that up.
Oh, that's some good news going into next week for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to that. But other than that, you got any other words or shout outs for us tonight?
Yeah, shout out to you for doing the broadcast. Shout out to SRL, DGSRacing.com, Low Drag Esports, Chance to Extreme Motorsports. D. Waddy really helped me out a couple of times with some of those calls and little tips, so got to give him big appreciation. Glad he finished second. Yeah.
All right,
Thanks for doing the broadcast.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the kind words. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Bring Derek Watkins in here, D. Waddy. See what he's thinking. Hey, Derek, it's Lucas. Got me?
Hey, what's up, Lucas?
What's up, man? You had a good night. You played that tire strategy right. Got up there in the second place there at the end, and had a really good run overall. But we were talking to Caleb there. He said, you were just stuck in the back all night, but you were able to get up there at the end. And how was that race for you? How did it go?
Well, early on, qualifying, I screwed up, so I had to start from back anyway. And early on, it really seemed like we were going to have a long green flag run. And so I just tried to save on tires as much as I could. We knew we weren't good on fuel. And then I watched Mike Chris take out Quinn, so came down and made sure we were good on fuel. And saved tires because it was still kind of early. It was before halfway. And then doing the 2 and 2 on the next chance I got because I watched someone, I think Daniel and somebody got into it. But after that, it was just time to go. Not enough laps, and closest shot I've had at Blake, and I just couldn't get back to him.
Yeah, you had a really strong run there, and do you think if you had started second on the restart, if you would have had a better shot at him, or you think it was just 2 little laps at the end?
I don't know. I think I actually had a better jump than Caleb did just because I was right on his bumper. I think maybe I could have just full sent into 1, but it ruined the rest of the lap for me. So I don't know. Just tried to be fast, and watching him kind of slide it in 3 and 4, I thought maybe I can drive it off, but he had a good bite off of 4, and I think we both were a little squirrely coming off of 4 for that checkered.
Definitely, yeah. It was an exciting finish, exciting race, and it's cool to see you finish second here tonight. But what are your prospects going into Martinsville next week? What are you thinking? And anything else you have for tonight?
I think the bumpers will be more in play at Martinsville than they were here tonight. I mean, it's a wide track here, but you really kind of needed 2 lanes to get through a turn fast. So if you were up high, then you kind of got stuck. The fresh tires could pass down low. I don't know, just overall good night. I hate seeing Wes kind of get screwed up there. I think the 2 of them were the class of the field, and me and Caleb were probably going to battle it out for the last podium spot at it just gone green.
Yeah, it seemed like pairs of 2 all the way through the field battling it out, so it was exciting. Seems like there was a battle all throughout the night, but
it was good to hear these things on the chip, though. I mean, after the last few short track laps, I mean, this short track as well, is just getting full throttle for the whole straightaway was a lot of fun.
Yeah, 5 Flags is always a good time. Seemed like a ton of fun out there.
Yeah, we need to get a few more guys out. This 9-car field, we need about 15 next week.
Yeah, maybe I'll hop out there and do a race and broadcast at the same time.
Well, you think Martinsville, people should come out for Martinsville, so
yeah.
Hope to see a bigger field for that one.
If we can get an exciting race with 9 cars, I'd love to see 15 or 20.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, congrats on that second place. Got any other shout-outs for us?
Yeah, got a Golden Eagle. If you need some syrup or some caramel corn, goldeneaglesyrup.com, Swage Lock Pipe Fittings, CDHI. It's a charity that supports the organization that helped out my son while he was in the NICU. Ronald McDonald House of Central Florida, C2X. I had Caleb in there with me. I know Cliff's working tonight, but I'm sure he'll watch this and be mad that we didn't take Blake out. But there's only so much we can do. Yeah, just had a lot of fun out there tonight, and thanks for broadcasting, and thanks for Mike Chris putting that all black car out on the track tonight.
All right, well, I appreciate you joining us, and
was he upside down for like 5 laps?
Yeah, he just sat on the backstretch for. I thought he was gonna sit there the whole race. We looked on board with him. He's just staring straight ahead. So he was knocked out or something.
And he still beat Quinn. What the heck?
Oh yeah, come on, Quinn. Come on.
All right, man. Thanks again. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man. See ya. As our second place finisher, Derek Watkins, will get our winner in tonight, Blake Giglio. Hey Blake, it's Lucas. Got me.
Hello.
Well, that makes 5 in a row. Well, I mean, it feels like we're talking to you a lot here on the broadcast on the network, but I mean, is there anything yet to say about tonight? How'd that race go for you? Were you at all worried that those guys on 4 tires would catch you, or were you pretty confident?
Well, I didn't really know they had 4 tires until Quinn figured it out and then let him by to try to catch me. And when he did, I was kind of like, well, maybe, because, I mean, they're like a 10th faster lap, but I think they just burn up their stuff, and after you get your tires hot in these, it's kind of just hard to regain it, so I knew if I just kept it easy like we did, it'd probably be okay. Yeah,
you seemed pretty calm and collected tonight. You had to battle with that 22 for the majority of the race. You know, he had some good qualifying speed. He knocked you off the pole for the first time this whole season, and he showed some pretty good speed in his first start. Are you worried going into Martinsville next week? You might have some competition.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. He's pretty good. Definitely a fun race around. He's a clean driver, so hopefully we can have some good races with him in the future.
Absolutely. Well, if you don't have anything else, you want to go ahead and give us your shout-outs for tonight.
Yep. We got M9 setups. If you want some modified sets, go over there. You got some dirt sets. Shout out to you for broadcasting. You did a great job with that. SRL, Blood Reggie Sports, UC Racing, Jake Swanson, Shock Technology, Apex Auto Glass. Everyone that's on there and everyone that helps us out.
All right. Thanks, Blake. Thanks for joining us. Congrats on that win. See you next week.
Thank you.
And that's going to be it for our interviews tonight. And just a pretty exciting race. I think it's the first time we've gotten a green-white checkered at the end. Or I think it was a natural green-white checkered, actually. I don't think we actually officially used one of them. But we're going to call it that. You know, you think you go in here, you see 9 cars, 100 laps, you think it's going to be boring. But there was action going on all around the track the whole night. And so I had a good time. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for the street stocks.
Better.
Oh. What?
I was asking what one they like better.
What one? I don't know why Blake was in here, but we're gonna shout the broadcast. And well, make sure to head to Sidewinder Racing League's DGSRacing.com. You can get in on the action for yourself. Keep up with all of the league action on DGSRacing.com. I know Swiss does a lot of work keeping that website updated, keeping us all informed on what's going on. So, you know, if have any interest at all in getting involved with Sidewinder and iRacing or League Racing, go ahead and click that Discord link in the description. But that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm Lucas Hoyts. We'll see you next week at Martinsville.